to talk about their rights or to denounce that which isn't going, which they know it is their civil rights, and to talk about it?
Well, if you first of all note here that the President Donald Trump has been noticed in the world today for the continual violation of human rights, because human rights, they are legal rights, or they are enshrined on the law. No. So these are laws that are enshrined, that Cameroon or a country like the United States of America is part of it. Most of these United Nations laws and talk about international covenant on civil and political rights and other laws that are there. So, but if the President of the Republic come and tell us that no, you don't have to do this, means that maybe they can look for it, because there is also, except if they're given us maybe an alternative, because sometimes they can say that if there's a civil right, they will prefer that it should be settled in an amicable way, so that they can maybe award damage to the person or the reparation. In that sense, in that way, it will make sense. But if it's only saying that they should withdraw civil cases, then to me, it don't make any sense. So,
like, you should not complain.
Yeah, you should not. That is not. No, it don't make any sense. But that was another way of encouraging crime commission in the country. Yeah. So you keep on going about people go out, but again now keep committing crime, knowing very well that since the president of the Trump is there, they will no longer have any problem. They will no longer be taken to court and so on and so forth. So I think some of these things doesn't make any sense. At least the United States of America or President Trump should respect the right of people. Except, as I was saying, that he is doing so because sometimes it's preferable to settle some of these cases on the back door. You do it amicably. Yeah. And if there's any damage, you pay. I want the damage to the person who to the plaintiff. I want the damage to the person. I think it would be better rather than maybe sometimes the court will take a long time and spend money and so on and so forth to save the justice for these people.
All right. Normally, amicable resolution of this conflict is the best that I know about.
Yes, it saves time, saves money, resources,
stress, energy, and you waste that which you do not have.
Even at the end, you bring peace, because you know that when you resolve amicable, you always bring peace. Because if I take a case now against you and go with it to court, at the end, you are the one that is our supposed to do this to you. At the end, I'll look at you as an enemy.
Some people keep malice.
Yes, but if we sit on the table, I will settle things amicably.
And then we share a cup of matango.
Of course, things will go smoothly. There will be no problem.
Yeah. All right, so we are moving to Cameroon with the Post. Our first newspaper for today in Cameroon is the Post Monday's edition. The Post is asking the question that after 43 years in power, why does President Biya still look abroad for health holidays and health care? They're asking why can't he try why he must try hospitals and leisure sports in Beitoa, Widikum, Kambe, or Kusuri. When I read this, it made me laugh.
No, this was something
do you see this happen? No. This is not just Cameroon. It's like African leaders.
Yeah.
This is the pattern that African leaders use. Do you think if this was to be the case, because that's how I want to look at it, if this was to be the case that President Paul Biya, who has been in power for the past 43 years, have given our health care and our leisure point some credibility by going there from time to time, if not all the times, people will step up the way they render services in health facilities in Cameroon.
And of course, we will step up. So even the medical doctors and the personnel of the hospital, you know that sometimes in countries where you see even the minister, the minister have been doing the minister or president surprising people at the hospital, going for treatment and some of these things, like people always take their work very serious. So those are another way of encouraging some of these workers to do their work very well. To encourage them that you value the hospitals in this country, you know. But the truth is that the President of the Republic, President Paul Biya, during his all the time he has been in power, they have constructed a lot of big hospitals, very big hospitals in Cameroon, and I think some of these hospitals are capable of handling some of those cases. But I don't know why they don't have confidence in our local hospitals, or maybe in the personnel of this hospital, because I know that we have very strong hospitals in this country that can handle some of these things. It's true that it can never be enough. So there are some of these things that can handle this, but this issue of mentality is, you know that. Some of the great problem we have here in Africa is the issue of mentality.
That's true.
Yes, and that's the more reason why Cameroon in Africa will keep going backward. It's very difficult for us to grow, because if you have that mentality on your head, first of all, that anything that is from the white man is the best. Yeah, it means that you have already discredited anything that's coming from Africa. And we cannot move forward with such mentality. We still have what we call colonial mentality. And until we get rid of that colonial mentality, it will be very difficult for us to move forward. Because you cannot say, each time you have a problem, you go and look for medical doctor abroad to come here and do those things. There are so medical personnel even here in Cameroon who have been trained abroad, or who have serious experience, even more than most of these people who have been treating those medical personnel who have been treating them abroad, but they don't believe in them. Just because the fact that they are Cameroonians, they think that no, they cannot be the best medical doctor as that one which is based in in Geneva, Switzerland, or that one who is a US citizen, and so on and so forth. So we should give at least that confidence to some of the risk personnel. They know that maybe at the local level they think that they don't train the personnel well, but I see some seasoned medical personnel that can handle some of those things. So at least we give credibility to these people, encourage them to tell them that we value the work they have been doing in Cameroon. I know that what they are doing, because I know that there are some of the ministers here who sometimes they actually do make sure that maybe they carry out their treatment or this in Cameroon, but majority of our leaders, anything they have a small headache that they will look for
evacuation
abroad. So at least we should value anything from Africa and know that, remove that colonial mentality, know that anything that is coming from Africa is not the bad ones. Don't know that a lot of good things are coming from Africa. Most often some of these things, the things are